Good afternoon, with a capital H, and welcome to a rainy afternoon. So, here's one of my favorites when I'm working with groups of people. The question, why are you waiting? So what do I mean? Well, why are you waiting to make that move? Why are you waiting to change jobs? Why are you waiting to take an action that you know that one of your desires is in the direction of? Why do we wait? Well, once again, we come back around to this loop of the waiting process is nothing more than the fear of the negative consequences, the risk. Now, if the risk is, losing your house, losing your life, that's pretty risky, and it's got some sort of proper real-world consequences. But if the risk is just you frightening yourself emotionally, then I like to call those the risk of avoidance. You don't want to feel the emotions, so you won't risk it because you might feel something you don't want to feel, which may make you feel inadequate or may feel you some sort of insecurity, which is fine. But the waiting itself is, and the story that we tell ourselves about the waiting, is us excusing ourselves from the power of our vulnerability and the power to change. Literally, we are refusing to meet ourselves in the power of a new possibility. We could have a new possibility, we could action a new possibility, we could risk it, we could get the feedback, we could then make adjustments from the feedback and continue on the next step, then fail, fuck it up, fall over, whatever you want to call it, get the feedback on the next steps, then make some adjustments. But what people tend to do is they tend to take a step, it maybe doesn't work out because they have some sort of constraint, and the universe goes, no, you're going to have to get rid of this constraint first. And instead of dealing with the emotional energy of the constraint in the present moment and meeting themselves and that energy with some sort of acceptance and care, they then turn it into, oh, it's happened again, it's the same thing that's happened again, why does this always happen to me? And they lock themselves back into the same constraint, using all their thoughts and judgments about that to reinforce the boundary around themselves, like putting up a wall. This is why it can feel very isolated and lonely when people don't understand when that experience is happening. But it's not isolated and lonely because people aren't there for you, it's because you are isolating yourself from the possibility of the adventure of your life. So, little recap. If you're waiting, just check with yourself. Do you make excuses? It's okay if you are making excuses, that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing. But be honest with yourself that they are excuses. If you've got a little story about why you can't and you're insistent and you have to convince other people that you're insistent of why you can't because it's true, you're going to find out it's just a perception and you're avoiding your own experience. From that point onwards, it's up to you whether you want to wait or whether you want to take the steps. Now, I'm not asking you to do either of them. You can do any of them because everybody's allowed to do what the fuck they want. Nothing to do with me. But if you are one of those people who, they might even feel that they want to book a one-to-one session, or they want to come on a course, or they want to join the membership, or whatever the hell they want to do to have the adventure into something new. If you are one of those people and you're waiting to find out, or what will it be like to be in front of other people and all that, you're just making excuses and not taking the risk that would allow you to grow. If you grow, the waiting's over. So, over to you. That's my afternoon stroll in the rain with a capital H, and I'll see you next time. Bye.